You are listening to a soundtrack from the video game called The Path. The original recording was done by Chris Voss and Jabu. This is the Safe Song. This video game, The Path, was inspired by the traditional story of Little Red Riding Hood, except instead of one girl going to visit her ailing grandmother, we have 6 girls. Robin, the youngest, Scarlet, the oldest, there's Rose, Ginger, Robbie, and Carmen. The story of Little Red Riding Hood has spread far and wide. When I was a kid growing up in Kenya, I read this story. And while I enjoyed the story, I always wondered about some things. Why does ailing grandmother live alone, so far away from everybody else? What did she do to deserve this kind of loneliness? Why did everyone forsake her? In the video game The Path, a player chooses which sister to control. The instructions are clear. Go to grandmother's house and stay on the path. Teenagers world over are not known to follow instructions. And that's where the fun begins. In the video game, the characters encounter all sorts of scary objects as they stray from the path. The woods or forest are a popular literary trope for the breakup of law and order. In many literary works, there's a lot that happens in the woods. Secret marriages, plot twists, identity transformations. Shakespeare's Macbeth meets the 3 witches in the woods. His dictatorship falls when Barnum Wood moves to Dunsinane. Woodlands are associated with danger, mystery, pleasure. I think about woodlands as a place of untamed, abundant possibility. Some of it good, some of it bad. I've got 2 questions to ask us now. What are some of the metaphorical woodlands in the stories that we read? How do these woodlands enable or constrain our reading of stories? I'm proposing that we consider cultural crossing as a strategy for reading. More specifically, let's think about how we can read across difference. Let us return to the video game, The Path. The main requirement is to end up at grandmother's house. Like in the original story, the girl goes into a house that has been infiltrated by the wolf. The ultimate danger remains the same, the fear of being eaten by the big bad wolf.
A faint voice answered him from inside the house. Who is it?
It's me, Grandma, Little Red Riding Hood. Please let me in. I've come to bring you some freshly baked bread and delicious wine.
Oh, that is so nice. Come in, the door's open. Come on in. Throwing open the door, the wolf sprang into the house. Grandma screamed. Oh, you're not my granddaughter, you're a wolf! With an evil laugh, the wolf pounced on her and swallowed her whole. Disguising himself in Grandma's nightgown, cap, and glasses, the wolf lay down in her bed and pulled up the covers.
Soon I'll be snacking on Little Red Riding Hood, too. I can almost taste her already.
Finally, Little Red Riding Hood arrived at her grandmother's house.
door is open. Come on in.
When Little Red Riding Hood entered the house, she instantly felt that something had changed in her grandmother's appearance.
Oh, Grandma, why are your ears so big?
Oh, to hear your sweet voice better, my dear.
What happened to your eyes? Why are they so wide and scary?
Oh, to see your lovely face better, sweetheart.
Why are your teeth so long and sharp?
To chew you better, darling, when I eat you.
Grandmother dear, what big teeth you have! The better to eat you with.
But in Kenya, we do not have wolves, and Grandma doesn't live in such isolation, and under normal circumstances, the paths do not go through the forest. How then was my younger self supposed to access this story? What a memorable story! Over time, Little Red Riding Hood has been interpreted in different ways. Thank you for watching. I'm now going to leave you with a few quotes to reflect on as we start this conversation.